Hello everybody, I'm Tristan Folks, and today we'll be making the journey out to Florida. In previous videos I've mentioned I'm going for a Daytona 500, and that's also where my family lives. So today is finally that day I have been waiting for this week has been a while. So we are finally making this trip, and then before we go, I'm gonna just go over kind of the car setup and how we have it. Alright, so we'll have our phone on our little holder right here, connect to the charger. This charger only preserves the battery, so we have a portable charger right here. I started using this when I was in Europe, so fun times. We're gonna probably need the ice scraper because it is, I believe, the low of 12 degrees outside. We have a cooler that has apples, prime, and then ice packs as well. And then we have our sun chips, granola bars. These are all of my other electronics that we'll use, and then I'll also use my MacBook as a charging source at times. And then in the back, we have my soccer bag. We will be doing some soccer stuff. I have a pillow, and then I have some other stuff too, which would be my blankets, little other stuff and stuff I just need to bring back. So that's like a lot of my comfort stuff. And in the back of the trunk, which obviously you cannot see, we have a couple pairs of shoes. The other two are in here, by the way. And then a whole suitcase. You know how girls, this is no offense to girls by all means, but usually the trend is girls like to overpack. I would say as a guy, when it comes to road trips, that is me. I try to not pack as much when we're going to the airport, which we'll be going to the airport next month when we go to LA. So you'll see the differences in the coming months. So for the GPS, I'll also keep it on. And then we ever see cops, I don't speed, by the way. I don't go crazy. There's people that do, but it's always nice to be courteous to just swipe up, report a hazard, and just report there's a cop sitting there. So that'll probably be what we're doing tonight. I'm not sure how they'll be out. It is a holiday weekend, so we'll see. Sometimes we'll see. Like one time throughout the holiday weekend before, I've seen them go crazy in Georgia, but then last year I've seen absolutely nothing. So I guess it just varies by day, so we just have to play it by ear, we'll call it. Okay, and then the last thing is throughout this drive, we'll do some footage of me like driving like from the windshield and show you some of the views, even though it's really dark, so you're probably not going to see anything for quite a bit, honestly. So we should get into Nashville in the nighttime though, and then ATL should probably be daytime, so that'll probably be it. Nothing crazy anyway. So we'll show like the main interstates we're on, and then any stops we'll make, we'll have a stop coming up shortly for gas, which I'll also talk about when we get there. So other than that, we'll also talk about some sports or whatever just comes to mind. I have just a little to talk about in the first hour down on I-64 from St. Louis when we head towards Nashville. So other than that, I'll let us get right to it. I just wanted to talk about the duels. We almost got the whole field right, but to be fair, when I made my prediction of Anthony Alfredo getting in, Corey LaJoie did not have an entry yet, so we were close, and I decided to stay with my gut respectfully. So we got it for the most part. The first duel was very hectic, a wreck fest, but hey, Bubba Wallace, who I believe will be one of my Daytona 500 picks, ended up winning the duel, so I'm feeling good about that. Austin Cindric's been really fast. He showed that off in duel 2. Guy Logano got 5th in duel cool too after getting shuffled out of the line just a bit late. We had that crash at the end that really ended Alfredo's hopes of making it. So overall, say I did pretty well. Hey, I would say my NASCAR predictions have been good. My Bowman Gray weren't so great. All my guys, for the most part, got in the field minus my sleeper pick. So good on that end. And then Logano was the highest finisher. So we didn't do so well in the finishes, but we gave it my best. And then we'll talk about one more thing. I just want to talk about the Four Nations tournament really quick. I didn't watch today's USA and Finland game, but obviously USA demolished Finland after it looked like Finland got up 1-0. I didn't watch, but Jake Gensel, the Tampa player, scored a goal, so we'll take it. That was his first USA game, so shout out to Jake Gensel. So I think it's a good tournament. We'll be able to watch a little more while I'm in Florida, so I can't wait for that. We have made our first stop, and this is the lowest travel stops. We'll be getting our gas and then just resting just a little. This is where one place I'll rest, and then you have welcome centers too that are secured, so stuff like that. So we'll also go in there, always use the restroom. And I won't buy anything in here for this one, but like later on, if I'm looking to have some energy, Doritos or a Coke, but we don't need that at all. We have our whole stuff here that we haven't even touched yet, so we still got a long way to go, but say about an hour and a half in, so we'll fuel up and then just get relaxed, and then once we're ready to get on the road, we'll go on the road. All right, we are back, so we're gonna go for, this is probably gonna be one of the 2 long-term trips here. So we'll try to go until we hit about a quarter of a tank, and then we'll look for another Love's and get some gas and do whatever else. Got to settle in. We're gonna eat a little, and then I think we'll talk a little weather. Not sure, I just feel like talking weather. So like I said, we'll just bring up some topics on the way and then just go from there. So we're gonna continue this drive down I-57, then we should get on I-24, which will take us through Kentucky and Tennessee. We're gonna do, for each state that we go through, we'll put Missouri and Illinois in a bundle, because Missouri, all you do is cross a bridge and you're in Illinois. So, first song of the day, We Still Don't Trust You from Future, produced by Metro Boomin, and then Future with The Weeknd. So, that's my first one. The next state coming up is Kentucky. So, talking about the weather, it is just below freezing, a lot of crazy winter storms going through. So this weekend, should have like the last big one go through. I know New England's gonna be going crazy this weekend with snow, Michigan, all that. So hope y'all stay safe out there. And then we have some crazy stuff that will go on through here, a lot of severe weather. So I'm wishing the best for everyone. Hopefully there's no tornadoes, and there's a tornado threat. So we are not going storm chasing. This is not a storm chasing video. If we see something, then we'll get it, but that's not the intent. So other than that, just wanted to talk about the weather. So we'll be going into it being over 80 degrees in Central Florida, so massive difference. So I love the cold, but it's been pretty miserable. Okay, we are in Kentucky, and my song recommendation for Kentucky today is Sorry Not Sorry by Bryson Tiller. What a song. One of my all-time favorites from him. If not, I think it's my all-time favorite from him, so it's a great bop. And then, talking about music, I know that Drake and Party Next Door did a little collab album, so, you know, coming from the 6, T-Dot, so we'll give that a listen at some point. Maybe we'll talk about it later in this video. Unbiased opinions, I will be completely unbiased. I'm not expecting anything spectacular. It's probably just going to be smooth, maybe some up-tempo. We'll see, so. Tennessee, I didn't really have anything to show you in Kentucky. Really not much going on there. We'll be in Nashville pretty soon, so that's pretty hype. Nashville is ranked second in my ratings video, and then the Party Next Door and Drake collab album. It was better than I thought, for sure. Some really good songs. There's a couple that gave some good energy, but it's not an energetic album. It's, you know, some sexy songs for you, literally. So it's probably for all the women, so if you're a woman, go check it out. But I enjoy the album overall. I like Party Next Door, I just don't listen to them often. I'm just more all the way up in rap. But Party Next Door from Mississauga, you already know. So that was good. And then talking about songs, we are in Tennessee, so the song from Tennessee is Whiskey Whiskey by Moneybagg Yo featuring Morgan Wallen from his newest album, Moneybagg Yo's newest album. Good song, so we're gonna live it up to that actually right now when I turn this light off and this camera off. So sorry y'all missed out, but we'll show y'all downtown Nashville when we get there. I had the music playing too on accident, but yeah, I don't know what just happened, but I just kind of saw the cars stopped and a bunch of debris, which I guess I feel it was from trees, like I said, and just cars just wrecked all over the road. It's kind of like how the big one happens and you're just like in the back trying to navigate each car one by one. So it probably happened, I'm not sure how early or how like before we got there it happened. It had to have been within, I don't know if it was seconds, maybe a minute, I don't know, but we're just going to say that God is good and we're going to pray for everybody involved. So let's continue on. Alright, this is gonna be hard to see, but this is where the fun begins. My favorite part of the trip is we have this little portion of the Smokies. Oh my gosh, Smokies, not Snokies. We'll be climbing up it, and then we'll be going down the hill. 10 out of 10 experience. So we're going up right now, and we're gonna try to make some passes, and then we're gonna let this thing coast once we're going downhill, and then drag the brake a bit. So it gets technical through here too. So you're always if you're going through here, you gotta be on your A game too. I'm not sure how that looked on the GoPro, but that was a lot of fun. It was very clear, so we just let the car roll, and it was a good time. So we didn't even burn any gas out of it either. I just let the thing coast, and then just a little brake drag. So I had a great time, and we'll be at our stop coming up shortly. All right, we're back at our favorite place. It's a good little run there. So I actually ran into some NASCAR fans actually going to Daytona from here. We're obviously not the only one making this trip, so we're gassing up. And then it looks like we'll plan to go one more time. We'll see where we'll end up past Atlanta, but that is the goal. We're gonna use the restroom. I'm not gonna buy anything in Love's. The gas is already done, eh? We're almost done. So that's gonna be our plan. We eat apples, drink one of the primes, and keep on cruising. Made in the Georgia in its little area before it goes back to Tennessee, and then we have to get through Chattanooga, which I hate driving through Chattanooga because it always gets congested badly. So with that being said, I'm gonna say Georgia's song anyways. Today we are doing T-Shirt by Future. I went back. I could have went way more back, but maybe we'll save it when I go to the Atlanta race. I got y'all. is known for its interstates going south to Florida. Billboards, including porn ads. So if you're looking for those, just drive down I-75, north or south. You'll see them. You can't miss it at all. Well, if you could take a wild guess, here we are again. Stop number 3, another Love's, and then we'll have another stop probably within an hour. Since our stop is more short term, we'll not get anything and just use the restroom as per usual. Alright, we have made it to the state of Florida. Great. And usually this is my rest spot. We're gonna do that, and then we'll finish the rest up. We don't got too much to go. We usually will always make it safely on 3 stops on gas, which we've already made 3, so once we leave, it'll just be straight. It's warm outside, by the way, too. I guess we'll call this good morning. Got in some good sleep. We even changed. We got the UF fit. It's nice to feel weather that's not cold, even though I played soccer when it was in 65 a couple weekends ago, but we only got that for a day, and I kind of struggle with it, even though we got that clean sheet. But we're gonna finish this drive off, and it's also crazy. At the start of this video, we had ice all over the windshield, and we had the heat on 90 to thaw everything out using the ice scraper. And here we are with the AC blasting at 60 degrees as we're about to get up to 70. So yeah, we've dealt with the massive change. I don't recall feeling a massive change like this ever. We're gonna get this thing going, and so far so good. For Florida, the song we're going with is from Rick Ross. We're doing Color Money. Let's stop talking and get driving. I felt like talking finally, so the first thing I was going to bring up, as we'll be getting into Gainesville soon, is we're going to talk a bit about Toronto FC because it is dramatic. But first off, the new kits are out. I like them. We will be doing a 2025-2026 MLS kit. We're going to do a ratings, kind of a ratings. Yeah, it is a ratings. So we're gonna do that next week for sure. So I'm gonna do that and put that together. Lots of good kits, so this is gonna be a hard one to put together coming up. And then it doesn't look like Lorenzo Insigne is ever gonna play again, which absolutely I agree with. It's just a waste of space, respectfully. He's just honestly there for the money, and you can tell at that point. At this point, you can tell. You could even tell based on how preseason went. So other than that, I saw the new news of the Norwegian international striker. We'll see. I think I have a lot more hope when they brought the South African who's on loan. He also probably didn't get a chance, but so I'm excited to see how the striker situation will work out. And then we have Theo Corbeanu, who will replace Insigne, and that's not like high expectations. He's a Canadian boy from the area. So he already knows what's up, and he's been performing. So I'm excited to see the new front, we'll call it a front three maybe, of Corbinu, the Norwegian striker, and then Bernadeschi. We'll see it once these other signings may roll in, but I'm still not very happy how the off season has gone, but we've made a step, so we'll see how it goes. And then also drivers I'll be supporting for the lower series for NASCAR, for Xfinity Series. I'm gonna ride it out with Harrison Burton, and then in the truck series it should be Ben Rhodes. A lot of the drivers had association with Logano, whether it was teammate or he even raced for them. Like Logano's raced for both ThorSport and AM, so the connection's all right there, and they're all Fords. So that's the connections. So I think Harrison Burton may make the playoffs. We'll see with that car. Alright, well, we have made it, and we're gonna eat up, and someone's excited to see me, so. Alright, I guess we'll call this a good morning. As soon as I got in, ate, did whatever we felt like. Dad came over, Uncle's here, my Nana's here, so this is what this house is. We got this. My plaque's still here. And then we also got this. We're gonna get ready to head out. So how's that?
How you like it? Oh, clean car.
I love it.
Oh. I know,
Change what?
turned it stuff when I was cleaning.
Turn what?
That little knob.
What knob?
The big knob.
Yeah, what does it do?
I don't know.
Oh, it don't matter to me. So we're gonna make this journey. I was gonna wear the TFC hoodie since they're playing preseason. It's okay. I forgot. I came from it being 10 degrees and it is 80 degrees, so big difference. So I don't know if we're gonna wear any long sleeves at all, because last year I came here too, it was cold. It did not get warm at all. And then when I went to St. Louis, it was 80 degrees. And it's gonna go down like -5 over there while I'm here. it'll be 80. So big difference. And I don't have to deal with that polar blast. So other than that, let's run it. If you saw my last video, we are in Cocoa right now, and shout out to King's Grill, which is owned by CJ Gardner Johnson's family, with y'all Chiefs fans trashing him and his family. Like I said, here's another shout out right here as we go through the Cocoa Rockledge areas, and we love Jawan Taylor too, so let's run it. Even though I didn't go to Cocoa, I respect people that come out this 321 right here. So other than that, you're gonna meet a couple of dogs here too, so I'm excited to share that with you. And we also finally got oil put in the car. I mentioned on the last video why we didn't do it. Well, after 1,000 miles, we got it taken care of today. Just a quart, top it off. Finally, it needed it because it's just been really cold down there in St. Louis. And I like that we don't have to start the car up and sit there for 5 minutes. It only took me a few seconds, so we'll take the wins when we can. So we're gonna enjoy this weather. We have made it. So yeah, we're gonna settle in. All right, so the journey has concluded and we got some dogs to introduce you to. This is Bodie. No, do not kill the camera. Well, don't kill the camera. And then we got Cash. Say hello. This is the oldest dog. And there's these two. So yeah, this is the end of the journey. So other than that, I'm gonna end it here since we're just gonna relax and, you know, kind of have a lot of time together. And we will see you for the Daytona 500. Take care. Oh, hold on, you wanna say something? Wanna say something? Oh, okay.